Hey guys, Dan here from Dano's Trains. I want to clear a few things up since last time we met. Sorry, I'm going to have to shift you around here. Just going to explain something to you. There you go. Okay, so I got this roundhouse here, and I didn't know who it belonged to. It's a Walters Roundhouse. All right, Walters Roundhouse. That's what that is. Now I went and bought a turntable, and I picked up an Atlas turntable. That's right. The two do not go together. Yeah, my luck. So when I butt this up to the roundhouse, the radius is too small from the Atlas turntable. So what do? I can't send anything back. I have it now, and I paid good money for this. Now, today, I've been waiting 2 weeks. Yeah, I know, I went and ordered it instead of going to my local hobby shop. I'm a bad person. This is the motorized motor for the Atlas turntable. There's a little shed you get. There's the motor. Shed goes on the motor after it's installed. Somebody was thinking ahead, and there's an extra rubber band in here. I'll have to figure out what size that is just in case it goes too. Okay, so there's the spline gear here. It just hits the drive inside the Atlas turntable. It's going to be a short video, I hope. So anyway, I got the drive. So what am I going to do? I discussed last time about hooking up the turntable here, running some lines to there, running two turnoffs, 2 lines each to the outside roundhouse track, and the other will go to the 2 tracks on the outside, and the 2 center tracks, total of 6, will run down the center and attach somewhere in here, where the other ones will attach here. All the other ones will be turnouts, where I can just park locomotives in the open on the track just to give them a place to stay if I ever get more than 6 locomotives. I have 1. So I got all my monetary switches wired up. I tested them out, and they click one way and they click the other. So these will be mounted on the outside edge here on the bottom for all the switching I got to do. Now, don't get me wrong, there's more switches coming down the road to set up behind you there. That's going to be my my yard. So there'll be, I don't know, at least 6 or 8 more switches coming for that. Now, what I've decided to do here, because it's a lot more flexible to work with, I'm going to use Flex Track. The Kato track is just not flexible enough to do what I want it to do here, in this yard anyway. So by using a turnout, I can literally just bend the track over and back again and connect it to the outside track layer. And that will work, and then off the back I will slip a piece onto the turntable. That's how I'm going to set up the Atlas turntable to the Weathers Roundhouse. Now I've still got to get a piece of 1/2-inch foam for this table. It will be here next week. That's when I can pick it up. Amazon total for this little baby here was 75? No, what was it? It was a lot of money anyway. Go to your local hobby shop. You'll save 15 bucks. But anyway, that's beside the point. It comes with the instructions. I guess you can turn around and paint this and weather it. So I'll have a lot of work. I'll have a lot of work to keep me busy just in this area alone. And I still haven't successfully attached the entire track all the way around my layout to be able to get my locomotive to drive in one direction all the way around and around back and then down. I haven't done it yet. That's going to take probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably another 15 lengths of track, I think. Flex track. I'm going with flex track. It's if I go with flex track, like I mentioned it before, it saves about $7 or $8 for every 35 inches I go. With the Kato track is a little more expensive, and you can't flex it. So from here on in, except for the turnouts, I'll be going with flex track Atlas number 80 flex track, and I'll get you a better view as I start to lay out this area here. I haven't done nothing in 3 weeks since I left my last post, and it wasn't really all that much either. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I got my electric turntable controller. Just to wrap this up here, it goes on here, of course. Supposedly it works well. So I'll have to, I'm going to order also some more of these monetary switches. These are micro monetary switches. You need a pair of glasses to solder these. Eyeglasses, reading glasses, or a magnifying glass. Actually, you know what I used? I'll show you what I used. This is what I used. You see that? Yeah. That was the only way I was able to make sure I was threading the wire in, number 18 wire I believe I used, and getting it in and then soldering it. I couldn't see it. But I did 6 of them. They're all wired. They all got tails on, ready to attach to the power. And then the leads to the turntable and the turnouts. Okay, so I'm still here. And I'm still working on this. I haven't given it up yet. I get kind of, I don't know, I get kind of stupid when I take too long to do things. I just, start to lose interest. But my turntable motor is here, so I'm sort of geared up a little bit again. And once I get more track, I'll get right back into it. I have a 30-foot dory I'm working on in the backyard. And I'm pleased to say that I actually got a cross piece in the stern of the boat that will help hold my rear deck on the boat. So I haven't touched that for 2 seasons yet. And the reason why is because I fell at work the first season, and that was it. I couldn't use my arm for the first season. That was 24. And then in 25, my wife had a stroke, and that sort of screwed up that summer too. Expense-wise. I couldn't go buy stuff for the boat. Simple as that. So yesterday, Sunday, I had a 8 by 2 by 6 inch wide material, and I said, I'm going to go and install this right where I want it right now. And I coated it with epoxy, which I had left over from the original purchase. And that all went in really nice, and all those angle cuts, what do you call that, compound angle cuts, went in pretty good. I was quite happy with it. So that is all I have done in 3 weeks besides go to work, come home, and try to recover. Yeah, work can be a little boring sometimes, but you got to be there to do the work, right? So I'm just going to take a second more of your time to give you a little scan around. I've got this track coming off of the back. This is going to stay here. It's going to scroll here. It's going to shoot straight down and around the back. And we'll be all, let's see, what am I doing here? There we go. There's that light again. You know what? That's a curse. Lighting down here is a curse. No matter where I put you, I've got this glow in the corner. I don't know I think you see that, eh? I'm telling you. Now, way back when I did my last layout, I bought a whole bunch of these. They're dead stops, right? So I don't know, I've got like 8 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got like 9 of them. No, 8. And I'm going to use these at the end of the turnout around the left side of the turntable. And then I'm going to find out what kind of light I can get to put in there. You see there's a hole there you can put a light in. Yeah, a red light or a yellow light. So it's coming together slow. I'm used to getting things done real fast. And when when something takes too much time, the brain starts to get a little stupid, and I start to lose interest, I guess. I don't know if you want to call it that. I think I lose interest. But I went through enough trouble to lay out these tables and started laying down track. I can't quit now, and I bought a bunch of little of those used N-gauge rolling stock, which I'm doing pretty good with. I think I got like 40 pieces now. I got the one Desert Storm locomotive, which you already seen me run around the track. And that's it. I mean, that's it. I haven't done much. I think last time I showed you I did 140 trees. Haven't painted those, haven't coated them with the flock. I got to pick up some flock and some fine turf. That seems to work on YouTube. I'm going to try it. They look okay. They're good for filling out areas. Like, I got a couple of hills down there, and I want to replace all the ones I got in the mountain because they look cheap. Cheap. And, start sticking them on there. They should look a lot better anyway. Holy smoke. I wanted to order another either Cement Factory N-gauge or what is it? The Coal Mine is another one I saw. Track has got to come before the building, so that's probably what we're going to pick up next. It's probably a Coal Mine or Cement Factory. As I mentioned, all my factories are going to be on the west wall here. Now, I'm not planning to make a town. I know a lot of people buy houses and they make a nice little town, and that looks great. But that's not what I'm into. This is going to allow me to have wide open areas, reduce the amount of buildings I need, get maybe, I don't know if I can stuff 4 or 5 industries on this table, and then run track to those industries. That should keep me happy. Bringing in this rolling stock, pulling it out, disconnecting it, the routine. So I haven't done anything like that in my life. All I usually do is set up a track and play around with it. But now this has to have meaning. And meaning means, right, operations. Now, I'm no expert. I don't even know what I call half these cars, to be honest with you. I know an oil tanker when I see it in a boxcar. But there's a lot of them that have terminologies. I don't really know them all. I got 2 coal cars. They're really nice coal cars. I got them when I was doing my last layout 7 years ago. They have actually no running time on a track, maybe 10 minutes. And I believe I got those from a company called Bauer. Bauer, nice stuff. When I got those, they were $12 a piece. The same one today is double price. Yeah, if not a little bit more. So that's why I'm buying used. It allows me to buy rolling stock. Simple as that. So I can have something to run. At $5 to $10 each, I cannot do that. I can do that. So I go down, like I said before, pick up 4 or 5 pieces at a time. And I just lay them out on the track over there. I haven't done no scenery because I got to make more flock. I'm out. So I made some sawdust here. I filtered it out with a screen. It's ready to add color. And I'm going to go with a dark green this time. So I can continue with my scenery, I guess, around the open areas. The far end of the layout is going to be, comes down the mountain, and then as soon as it jumps over to the next module, it's going to kind of like be desert area. I'm going to make a bunch of hoodoos and lay them all around that area. You can use foam, it's inexpensive, and they're real, they're hoodoos. We have them out here in Alberta. I've never seen them. I got close, but I never went in to take a look at them. It's just some weird looking little tower structure with what look like giant mushrooms that was created by water a long time ago. But we call them hoodoos. You can look it up on the net. I'm sure you'll find something on hoodoos. Hoodoos Alberta, maybe try. So that corner down there in the south end of the track where I got my 8 by 4 foot wide is all going to kind of be desert scenery. We don't have no cactus out here, but we do have tumbleweed, believe it or not. They're just small tumbleweeds about this big. In the fall, you get them rolling across the ramp at the airport. It's like, holy mackerel, where did they come from? So anyway, yeah. So that's where I'm at today. And today's the end of the month already, right? I just passed my 66th birthday. Woohoo! Right? Scary stuff. Yeah, what am I going to do now? Okay, so that's cool. I think I'm going to leave you with this right now. I think that's good. All right, so next time we meet, I should have foam here and some track, which I probably am going to take the time to video. And it might be a long video, but at least it's going to give you something to see. Actually, I'm doing something here, instead of giving you little pieces here and there. Okay, so this is Danos Trains. I'm Dan. Thanks for watching, and I'd like to really thank my 5 subscribers. I know it takes time to develop subscribers. It's cool. 5 is better than 0. But if you're interested, please subscribe. They say it doesn't cost nothing, and it encourages us to go on. All right then. Have a good evening. Thank you for watching.